What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about it. Cryptocurrency 2025. We are hours away from completing the year of 2025. New Year's Eve, a couple of hours before we close out quarter four, we saw what quarter four has done. There's no more arguments, no more debates about how quarter four will look, no more debates about how December will look. It is official. A few hours away, we'll have everything wrapped up. We'll be able to bring you the summary, the year that was in cryptocurrency for 2025, our expectations, what the final results were, but it is what it is. Nevertheless, tomorrow is 2026. What are we to expect going into the new year of 2026? Is this the hope phase? What phase are we in this particular cycle at this particular point? We know there's been a lot of things that have shifted. There's been a lot of moves that really caught us off guard, but how do we regain composure? How do we recapture our position and our direction as far as where and what this market will be doing? You take a look at Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is still solid as a rock, in my opinion. Bitcoin is still strong. Very proud, very impressed with Bitcoin at $87,400 today. Fear and Greed Index, what is it doing? Yesterday was at 29. Today, the Fear and Greed Index is at 32. Why did the Fear and Greed Index tick up 3 points? What's going on in the background? That saying that market sentiment is starting to get a little bit comfortable. Bitcoin dominance is even starting to slide just a little bit. We were just at 59%. Now we're at 58.94. That's a small slide, but we'll take it. These small slides are very important when you take a look at the direction that the market could be going in. Ethereum, $2,966, trying to touch $3,000 again. Its dominance is starting to increase, 12.08%. So these are some of the things that we're paying attention to. Nevertheless, we're still focusing on 2026. Quarter four was down, was red. 2025. Do we think we will continue to see the market go down? You take a look at all the other investments. You take a look at most other investments. Take a look at the stock market. Stock market is up near all-time high. Take a look at silver, gold, platinum. These metals are up all-time high. Everything is up and doing well except cryptocurrency. Is that why the cryptocurrency market was a little suspect this year? A lot of money flowing into the precious metals, not so much flowing into cryptocurrency. It is hard to place a finger on exactly what is going on. 2026, will we see the stock market have a little bit of a correction? 2026, will we see the precious metals start to have a correction? These are some of the things that I have in the back of my mind. Those assets went up all-time high. Bitcoin did hit an all-time high, but nowhere near how folks were expecting. When we start to see the correction in the stock market, when we start to see the correction in the precious metals, will cryptocurrency and Bitcoin have its turn to shine? It's not shining right now. Look what's shining right now. AI is shining. The stock market, S&P 500 is shining. Precious metals are shining. Cryptocurrency is not shining. The market sentiment in cryptocurrency is very low. Nobody's downloading the Coinbase app. That was one of the main things people say, oh, make sure you take a look at when the Coinbase app downloads start to hit top 2, top 3, top 5 apps that are being downloaded. That means we are in good space. We haven't seen that this cycle. Retail investors lost their hope, lost their belief into cryptocurrency, lost a lot of money in cryptocurrency. Now, what are they saying on the news? Precious metals, artificial intelligence. They say, well, damn, let me go over here. Retail investors are buying at the all-time highs in precious metals. Retail investors are buying at the all-time high in the stock market. Based upon history, we've all seen and had experience in buying all-time highs, and we saw how that turned out. But you never know what can happen, and we know how volatile cryptocurrency is. Everybody just don't have the stomach and patience to hold and invest in cryptocurrency because it's so volatile. One day you up, 2 days you down, 4 days you down, one day you up, 5 days you down. That is what occurs in a downtrend with cryptocurrency, bear market, and so forth. So we're wondering, will cryptocurrency correct next year? Will we see a correction right along with the stock market, with the precious metals, or will cryptocurrency go the opposite direction? Will that be one of the only assets that start to explode, that start to pump as the others start to correct? That is something that we really need to pay attention to. And you take a look at the phases of investment, you say, are we in the hope phase? The hope phase says that a recovery is possible. There's no recovery happening right now, but people are thinking that a recovery is possible. So are we in a hope phase? We know the hope phase is very low at the bottom of this investment chart. Then you take a look at the very bottom of the chart, which is the depression phase. The depression phase is where people are really feeling doom and gloom. The depression phase is when people are saying, you know what? I should have been in gold. I should have been investing in silver. I should have been looking at the stock market at AI. That's the depression phase. People are having regrets for investing in the cryptocurrency. And the bottom phase is disbelief. Disbelief is right there at the smack bottom. Disbelief is down low where people are saying, you know what? Really don't um, believe that the market can recover. A lot of narratives are in the market, a lot of uncertainty, and just a lot of confusion in the market. So we are somewhere near the bottom in this investment chart. Will it continue to dip? Possibly. Some folks would say Bitcoin should dip below 70,000, but you know how that go. Just because some folks say it don't mean that it's going to happen. We saw what quote unquote some folks said about 2025. We saw what some folks said about Q4 2025. So I'm not going to get caught up with what some folks say, what some folks think. We have to look at the charts. We have to look at the narratives and make up our own conclusion based upon the numbers that are out there, based upon the information that is out there. Nobody knows for sure, but in my opinion, I think we're somewhere near the bottom. And if we are near the bottom, a little bit more patience, and what will happen? We'll start to come to the top. Look at what happened with precious metals. It was low before it started to hit all-time high. Look at what happened with the S&P 500, artificial intelligence, NVIDIA. It was fairly low before they started to pump. So we're looking at cryptocurrency, looking at Bitcoin, especially Ethereum, and we are hoping that we see a recovery. Hoping that 2026 can grant us with some gains because we saw the shift. 2025 was not great, not a great year. So will 2026 rebound? Everybody think 2026 is going to be disastrous. They think we're going to continue to see declines. That's great. I love to hear the negative sentiments in the market. I love to hear people have no faith. Hear people talk about cryptocurrency, doom and gloom, no confidence. I like to hear that because every time when I hear folks feeling a certain way, the opposite happens with cryptocurrency. Everybody was bullish in 2025. Boom, the opposite happened. Everybody's very down and depressed about cryptocurrency. Nobody have hope for cryptocurrency right now. Nobody believe in it right now. You better not dare go and mention cryptocurrency to nobody. They will laugh at you, look at you like you crazy. That's always been the right time to buy. Go back and take a look at 2020. Go back and take a look at 2016, 2015. They would laugh at you had you mentioned Bitcoin at the bottom. Now that's deep. You mention Bitcoin at the bottom, they'll laugh at you. You mention Bitcoin at the top, they'll look at you like you're a guru. Then when it come down from $126,000, they'll say, dang, why'd you have me get into this? I'm not mentioning Bitcoin cryptocurrency to nobody. No more. I'm done. This is going to be a solo journey. My people out there, we're going to rock the Stock Holiday family. But as far as mentioning it to any family, any friends, you know, they'll catch on when they catch on. If they got to catch on to XRP, when XRP gets $6, $10, $12, that's when they'll catch on. If they got to look at Bitcoin when Bitcoin is $300,000, that's when they'll catch on. Look at gold. Gold's $4,400. Nobody was into gold, but people are in line right now. All-time high. Look at silver, $75, something like that. Nobody was buying silver for the most part. You have your folks out there who are metal collectors, have been collecting silver and gold, but the average person, people wasn't into buying gold and buying silver, buying platinum. They're buying it right now because it's all over the news. All-time high this, all-time high that. That is the retail market sentiment. That is how the retail market reacts. When the markets are pumping good, when things are going well, it's easy to buy. When Bitcoin was $118,000, it was easy to buy. When XRP was $3.20, it was easy to buy. Was it the right time to be buying? Obviously not, because that was near all-time high. But when the markets and the prices come down, it is never hard to buy the bottom. It's never hard to buy the bottom. Is it the right place to buy? You're absolutely right. It's the right place. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. I always like to buy the low points. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. Is it the right thing to do? In my opinion, it has always been the right thing to do. What were we doing in 2025? We were buying at dips, and the dip kept dipping. So that put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. They say, hold up, keep buying a dip, and the dip keep dipping. Well, you can go back and look at 2025 right now, and we can see what happened. We can see why things occurred the way they did. Downtrend, altcoin bear market, altcoins down 50, 60%. Unbelievable. I'm talking about everybody got caught off guard. Nobody expected what took place in 2025. What's going to take place in 2026? Is it going to catch the masses by surprise like 2025 did? Will 2026 also show up on and as that shift? Will we say, damn, we didn't expect 2026 to do this? Well, look at the shift. Will the shift be enough to explain and be enough reasoning to say, oh, that's why this is happening in 2026? This is part of the shift that we saw start and begin in 2024. Saw the shift manifest itself and become live again in 2025. 2026 should and will also see effects of the shift. Typically, the year after the Bitcoin halving, we see exponential gains, and the year after that, we see a bear market, we see a crypto winter. But what about the shift? What type of things will we be seeing in 2026 due to the shift? That right there fills me up with great excitement. That's why I'm so pumped up. I'm so juiced right now. 2026, we're a couple hours away. We're starting quarter one, 2026 tomorrow. You know how long we've been waiting on that? Time goes by very fast. That's why I say patience. I've got nothing but patience. As fast as time going by, before you know it, it'll be 2027. It'll be 2028. And like I always say, all you got to do is get it right once. But if you ain't got no skin in the game, you can't get it right. If you exit it, you don't have a chance and opportunity to get it right. So that's what I'm doing, being patient, making sure I keep skin in the game so I can get it right. So I can have the capabilities to get it right. Get it right one time and that's it. You know, we're in cryptocurrency for one reason, most of us, so we can make gains. Um, certain words I can't say on YouTube, so I'm not even gonna say it. All they're gonna do is strike my channel. But y'all know why we're in cryptocurrency. So to achieve that, you have to have some skin in the game. To reach those levels, you have to have some skin in the game. Yeah, your portfolio might be going down. You're gonna have to make a decision. But you know, when the tables turn, when the market turn, and that downtrend flips to an uptrend, we have all seen what cryptocurrency can do in a bull market. Excuse me. If you don't have no skin in the game, you will not be able to participate in the next bull market whenever it happens. Will it happen in 2026? Who knows? Will it happen in 2027? I don't know. But when that bull market do rear its big old head, man, I want to make sure I got some skin in the game. Just like folks who are patiently waiting and investing in silver and gold, they're rewarded right now. They were patient. It didn't happen overnight, but they had conviction. And they set in, kept skin in the game, and now they're being well rewarded. So that's what I like to look at as far as my direction, as far as my plans for 2026. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to be taking a look at a handful of plays that I'm going to rock with in the new year of 2026. I'm going to try to drop that in the Patreon tonight before 2026 kick in. And we just go rock and roll and let the chips fall where they may. And show some success in the next coming years. We got nothing but time. We got nothing but patience is what we're doing in this cryptocurrency market. So happy New Year's to everybody. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. You know, it'd be wild. A lot of folks out there on New Year's Eve shooting stuff. Can't say that word either. Stuff in the air. YouTube, you know, very sensitive. But, you know, y'all stay safe out there. Surround yourself with family and friends. And we're going to rock and roll. And I'm going to see y'all in 2026. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday. And I'm out.